There are dentists out there who paid $10,000 or more on a brand new website with beautiful design, great photos, amazing animations, basically the Mercedes-Benz of dental websites. And is booking almost no patients. Meanwhile, across the street from them, another dentist has a website that honestly looks like it's from 2015 and it probably cost them less than $1,000 to build. But their practice is booked solid for the next 3 months. So this raises the question, does spending more money on a dental website actually help you book more patients? And if everything else is the same, and I mean the same city, same marketing budget, same level of competition, and the only difference is the website, does the expensive one win? Or are patients looking for something completely different? That's what we wanted to find out, so here's what we did. We set up a user research study with 50 people across North America, ages 30 to 65, and we gave them a simple scenario. You have a toothache, you need a dentist now. Here are some dental websites. Which dentist do you choose and why? And we tracked what they liked, what impressed them, and what turned them off. What we found is not what most dentists think makes a good website. Alright, so the first thing we wanted to look at is trustworthiness. Because at the end of the day, if patients don't like and trust you, they're not going to book an appointment with you. Now, your website can absolutely influence that. It can make someone trust you more or make them run away. So what do dentists actually do to try to build trust on their websites? Well, some have an about page, talking about their education, certifications, diplomas, all that stuff. Others focus heavily on reviews, showcasing ratings, testimonials. Some have really nice pictures of their office, they're trying to make it look almost like a spa, glamorous or inviting. And then you've got the ones with awards plastered everywhere. There's all kinds of different approaches. So we wanted to figure out, do any of these things actually work? And if they do, then what works the best? What actually makes patients trust you enough to book? So here's what our research group had to say.
The one thing that I want to know is there's no reviews, I think. We have testimonials, but maybe not so many. I would like to see star rating as well, but from maybe, let's say, some third party. So let's say Trustpilot or something like that. So that's what I would say about this.
I just don't trust a lot of testimonials. I'm not saying they're not legit. You're only going to put the best things up on your website if you have them. So
this is exactly what I meant, right? So we have G rating, like Google rating with 4.9 stars out of 465 reviews. So that kind of builds a little more trust in them.
Ratings, if I see a lot of 5 stars, I can see there's 465 reviews. That's pretty good.
Oh, there's actual video reviews. Yes, that is very nice. This happened. And it's even better too. They have the Google reviews and they have the actual accounts that's connected to it. This actually makes it a little bit more trustworthy, and this is probably the biggest point here, the video testimonials.
Oh, there are videos of people who have visited. Maybe I can watch one of those.
This is interesting. There's some patient testimonials that are videos. That's a little different. So now that changes. It's a little bit more, being able to see patients actually talk about their thing and not just type it. I might be leaning more towards something like this.
Yeah, I like this a lot better because it could be having testimonials being limited to video, and Google makes it way more appealing.
A lot of testimonials to include videos and reviews of 4.9 out of 193. So yep, that all builds my trust in this dentist.
Their Google rating was right up front with the staff, the 4 people, which I think builds more trust than the first one, I believe.
So as you can see, what patients really care about are elements of social proof. Don't tell me that you offer great dental care. Every dentist says this on their website. Every dental website claims they treat patients like family. And as a patient, you don't really know who to trust because they all say the same thing, even the ones that aren't actually good. What's going to make me believe it is when I see it coming from your patients, not from you. A beautiful custom website is not what patients care about. They are not buying a piece of art. What they are trying to figure out is if they are going to be in good hands by coming to you, and the best way to do that is to show them videos of other patients who trusted you with their care and were really happy that they did. This is what one person from the research group actually said.
I just don't trust a lot of testimonials. I'm not saying they're not legit. You're only going to put the best things up on your website if you have them. So
when you say, I'm a really good dentist, we offer great dental care, we treat patients like family, you're basically patting yourself on the back and doing the exact same thing every other dentist on the planet is doing. But if they see different people of different ages all saying, this place changed how I feel about going to the dentist. The staff is incredible, I actually look forward to my appointments now. You can say you're great and treat everybody like family, or you can have your actual patients say it for you. Now let's move on to the second thing we wanted to test, first impressions. When someone opens your dental website for the first time, what do they initially feel about your practice? What actually works in creating the best first impression? Forget scrolling, forget clicking around, just that initial gut reaction when the page loads. Does it feel warm and welcoming? Does it feel like a place patients actually want to go? Specifically, we wanted to test the homepage. When it first loads up, what should patients see? So here are the options we tested. First option, generic stock photos. I'm sure you know the ones, happy families holding each other and smiling with perfect teeth, two old people smiling and riding bikes. Second option, actual pictures of your team. Maybe a photo of you, the dentist with your staff, the actual people patients will see when they walk through the door. Third option, walkthrough videos, showing what it actually looks like when you walk into the office. The front desk, the waiting area, your friendly staff greeting patients. Basically what patients will actually experience when they arrive at your practice. Now, most dentists assume this doesn't really matter. People just want to know my hours and book an appointment. They don't care about this stuff. Well, let's see if this is actually true.
This is option 1, which is just a stock photo, I suppose.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of the stock pictures.
This doesn't feel very welcoming. It's a cold stock photo. The photo isn't cold. The fact that it is an impersonal stock photo is cold. Okay, now I am looking at this one. I love this.
I like this one. I just like the staff.
See, I like the second one because it is the whole team. I like to see the whole team.
I would have to say definitely the yellow one stood out most to me, mostly because they look friendly.
Ooh, I really like this one a lot.
It's nice. The second one is nice. It's nice to have, a picture of the staff.
Seems like a happy team, a big happy team. This feels pretty personal. I do feel a connection.
So I will go with this one.
Oh, actually, I like this one. Yeah, I like this. Actually, it will go in loop, I would think.
That video or this one, I probably would do the video.
I like the video because it lets you get a feel for what you're going to see when you walk into the clinic. You get to see the people in motion, so you really get to see their expressions sort of in a real view.
Patients want to see real people. They want to know who they're actually dealing with. Most dental websites use stock photos for their homepage banner because maybe the team doesn't want to be photographed or they don't think it matters or whatever. But what ends up happening is your website looks like every other dental office out there. Patients have become completely desensitized to this kind of images. They scroll right past them because their brain has learned this is just decoration. But an actual photo of your team or a video tour gives a human, authentic touch that creates an instant connection. It also answers immediately the question every nervous patient is asking. Who are the people I'm about to trust with my health? And this is something stock photos can't answer. Alright, so you've got a welcoming homepage, you have video testimonials, and your website is doing a great job at building trust. But what about attracting patients looking for higher ticket items? People looking for stuff like dental implants, Invisalign or veneers. These bigger procedures that cost quite a bit of money. What features does your website need? What kind of images or maybe content attracts those kind of patients and convinces them to give your office a call instead of your competitor across the street? We weren't really sure what the right answer was, so some dentists believe one thing, some believe another. So in our test, we told our participants, imagine you're missing a tooth and you're thinking about getting a dental implant. You're searching online, trying to find dentists in your area that offer implants, and you're presented with a couple of different websites. Which one would you pick and why? Then we show them two different versions of a dental implants page. The first one was bare minimum, just basic information. They have a couple short paragraphs that explain what a dental implant is and how it works, but more or less their page says, yeah, we do it, give us a call, let's talk. And some dentists believe in this approach. Their strategy is, Don't go overboard with the information. Just give them the basics and let them call you and talk to you. Figure out what their issue is then. Now, the second website was the opposite approach. Let us give you as much information as possible. They had frequently asked questions, videos, patient testimonials, case studies, or step-by-step breakdown of the procedure. The second website strategy was, I'm going to tell you everything, probably more than you would ever want to know. And then if you want to call us, then call us. So which one's the right approach? Here's what our participants had to say.
This page feels more like it's trying to impress Google and less like it's trying to impress me. It's informational, but it doesn't build any trust.
Yeah, this one does not have any customer testimonials, so I would like to know, I'd like to see maybe a before and after of a real patient and hear their comments.
So I like the videos, I like the step-by-step, the images help break it up, it's less text. Between 1 and 2, I'm going with this one, number 2 for sure.
So we have FAQs, we have case studies. So I think I like that. It's even more descriptive and informative because we have videos as well. So if someone really needs to understand this, might actually help a little more. And definitely it makes me more comfortable.
Now, I do like this. This has got some what are dental implants, and it's got a couple FAQs, case study things, YouTube videos. So that's, I kind of like that. If I'm considering this, if I needed it, then this would be something I'd be willing to do. Let me go through the details, watching these 20-minute videos.
I like that it has the 3 videos, the case study, frequently asked questions. I like that. Oh, and it's got video testimonials. Those, I like video testimonials because, let's see. Okay, I like that they have real people and you can see that they are real people. So that just makes for a more trustworthy experience. Connecting to real people, I think, makes me trust a dentist more.
If you're about to drop thousands of dollars on a procedure, you want to do all your research before calling the practice. And that's completely changed from how things used to work in the past. Think back to the 70s, 80s, even the 90s. Let's say you had a leak and needed a plumber. You'd flip through the yellow pages, see a bunch of ads, maybe just a little 1-inch box that said, got a leak, give us a call, we can fix it. But today, people have changed the way they make buying decisions. They don't really want to talk to somebody. They want to do all their research on their own, where they don't feel like they're being sold to or pressured by anyone. And then once they've already made their decision, that's when they want to call you. And really, when they're calling you, they're not trying to get information out of you because they've already done their research. They're more looking to see if your online image matches the first impression they get from talking with your staff. For example, if they think you're this really high-end practice and they call you and you treat them well, the customer service is great, it checks off the final boxes. Yeah, these people seem trustworthy, they seem legit. But on the flip side, if your staff is rude on the phone or they have no idea how to talk about the procedure or they're just kind of dismissive, it completely puts them off. All that research they did, all the good impression you built up on your website, it's gone. They're thinking, wait, this doesn't match up, something's off here. And they'll probably just move on to the next practice. Now, what about before and after photos? Some dentists have them on their site, some don't. Is it actually worth doing? A couple of years ago, we did a video and we actually told dentists that these images were terrible on their website. We measured the results and saw that fewer patients actually converted. But since that time, we've seen cases where dentists do make before and after photos work. So there's definitely a right way to do this and a wrong way. What we wanted to do in this next test was show people 3 different websites. One of them had no before and after photos at all. They just gave patients information on how they do implants, but there was no visual proof of what a dentist could do. The second website had before and after photos and they look something like this, very clinical shots. You're zoomed in, you're seeing the gums, the teeth. It's the kind of technical work dentists love because it really shows the craftsmanship. Actually, these are the kind of shots a lot of dentists think to take, the ones that really zoom in on the work the dentist has done. And the third way to do this? Full face photos. You get a professional camera, set up a nice studio in your practice, take some really beautiful photography of the patient, and you see the whole person, not just their teeth. So we weren't really sure which one actually works, which one will convince patients. So here's what we found out.
I don't think I like, to be honest, like the closer photos. I think it gives me, I almost had like a little bit of goosebumps looking at this picture itself, seeing the screws, how deep they go.
Do these pictures increase my anxiety? Highly. I'm deeply uncomfortable looking at these.
Oh, real photos. They're a little gross.
Oh, I see. So step 1, step 2, and that looks painful. Makes me question whether I'd want to do this or not.
That's too scientific, and that's really gross to look at. I wouldn't recommend this page at all. It's not pretty. No, thank you.
Wow. Yeah, and that's the natural reaction as well. Hey, this is maybe something I should look into. Wow, look at that person's smile. How it went from there to that.
This one, wow. Yeah.
Wow, that one lady doesn't even have teeth that are that bad. Fascinating. Okay. Can really see how messed up her teeth are and the transformation. I actually really like that.
These glamour shots are beautiful because this is what you'll be looking at when you brush your teeth in the morning.
It's the whole face, so it's more relatable, personable, and more confident, I would say. I didn't know they don't increase my anxiety or procedure. They actually decrease it. I think this is my favorite by far.
I think this is okay because this doesn't show that kind of details.
This does not make me feel that uncomfortable because it's not zoomed in. It's her whole face. So I'm not forced to focus on the mouth parts. This one I really like. They do make me feel much more confident.
Oh, I like these pictures because they show before and after, and you don't have to see the actual procedure. I think these are maybe a little bit more soothing because you don't have to see the process itself. You just get to see the results.
As you saw, before and after photos can absolutely work for your practice. They can make a good impression, but the type of photos most dentists think to take, the ones that are more like clinical documentation, they're not really helping. As a dentist, you can appreciate what you see there. You appreciate the quality of work you've done, and maybe other dentists appreciate it too. But to most patients, it's almost like you're looking at the crime scene photos, like pictures of somebody in a morgue. It actually makes them very uneasy. So by now, you probably have a good sense of what kind of website patients respond to. Now, let's talk about how you make it easy for them to book an appointment with you. There are different ways to approach this. A lot of dental websites go for a very basic form, and I'm sure you know the one: name, email, phone number. That's it. The idea is, don't make it complicated, just make it easy for them to fill it out and you'll get more submissions. This is something a lot of marketing companies preach too, and to be fair, we've always taken a different approach. Our thinking is this: if a person is really serious about booking an appointment, they're actually going to get in their car, drive 10 or 15 minutes to your office, book time off work, put in all this effort, in what universe would they not be willing to give you a bit more information? They're going to have to fill out a form with their patient history anyway. Why not ask some of these questions before they book the appointment? What kind of pain are they in? What happened? Why not ask if they're nervous, if they're concerned, if they have any problems? We'd often get pushback from dentists saying, well, no, there's too many questions, they're not going to fill it out, you're making it too difficult for them. But think about it this way: if someone is not willing to give you more than just their name, email and phone number, how serious are they? If you were to ask a couple more questions about their insurance and that actually turns them off and they don't book, how serious were they to begin with? In our eyes, you're kind of just weeding out all the people who aren't actually going to show up anyway. And some practices don't have a form at all. They basically say, if you want to book with us, you have to call us. So what actually works? What's the best approach here? We posed these questions to our audience and here's what they had to say.
Booking an appointment is good, but please let us know if you have any questions. I feel like they should maybe ask for specific information.
This is very basic. They probably would need more information from me anyway, so I probably would call them rather than this seems like just request an appointment, so they're gonna call me anyway, right? Because they cannot book me with the name, email, and phone number. They probably need more information.
I don't like the short form. I don't like it. I feel like it's missing time and days.
One thing that I would think is missing is if there's like a potential date I can at least, propose to have an appointment?
Forms like this is it's like I might have to wait 3 hours till you call me back, which isn't my favorite.
This is an interactive form. Let's book an appointment. Let's get started. Are you an existing patient? No.
Okay, I do like these. Multiple choice.
Preferred time. Yeah. Love this.
I like how there's options you can simply click on. It's pretty responsive.
Oh, it gives me an opportunity to do the mornings or whenever.
I also like the images along with the words. This is smart information to have. Yeah, this is a lot better.
I think this is useful because it gets some of that information they need right away.
I like the interactive form, by the way, because it took the information from me and then hopefully they can use it before they or they don't ask me the same questions again and again. I would rather do call or the interactive form, not the short or basic form.
I would say I find it useful. I do like that it only gives me a little snippet of things we're focusing on at a time.
Yeah, I like this version here. It kind of walks you through everything.
I like the interactive form because I think going through that flow, it's good questions.
This version has no online form. You can only book an appointment by calling the dental practice directly. I'll just make it honest. Nope.
I don't want to call unless I really need to. So I would say, yeah. So this is not my preferred.
Basically, I expect to see at least that. If it's just a phone number, then you kind of wonder about their website design.
I would like to have some type of form. Sometimes I may be in a rush. I may be at work and I'm doing this real quick and I need to submit the form over, or if I am currently somewhere where I can't talk, or I just feel more at ease with being able to enter the information in online.
If it was an emergency, yes, I could probably just call right away. That would be the only instance where I'd probably use this, like, here's your number, let me call it. Otherwise, I like the online form.
Receptionists are busy. Sometimes information gets misconstrued. I do prefer having an online form. And it also, by the questions that the form asks, it gives you a better picture as a patient of what their priorities are and what they're looking for.
As you can see, people who are serious are generally willing to fill out all that information. If anything, they're actually going to be more appreciative of that and feel like this practice is taking the time to get to know me and isn't just trying to sell me. If you've been told by marketing companies in the past, or if you're one of these dentists that thinks, oh no, you just gotta keep it simple for them, we really challenge you to rethink that mindset. Think about all the information you need to fill out if you want to book a flight. We've just never understood why in dentistry people think that if you ask too many questions, it's going to turn people off. Our point of view is, if it's going to turn them off, they're probably not serious patients to begin with. And this isn't a failure, it's actually a good thing. You're removing a bunch of people who are just wasting your time anyway. So, what kind of website do patients actually care about? Well, first off, price doesn't matter. If you're spending thousands of dollars building a fully custom website with pretty graphics and custom designs, nobody cares. They're not picking a dentist based on how nice the design of your website is. Now, don't get me wrong, you need to look professional, of course, but a lot of money we see dentists spend on websites goes towards designing things like, things to look pretty, rather than creating the kind of website that patients actually respond to. So what really matters? Well, social proof. How can you get people to sing your praises for you? Whether that's through reviews, testimonials, video testimonials, awards, you need people vouching for you. Next is the human element. How do you not look like a faceless corporate brand and more like a really nice team of people that patients are going to be in really good hands with? You're going to get that message across through very professional photos and videos of your office that don't just show off the furniture. They show off you and your team being friendly, warm, and welcoming. Next, we have before and after photos. These are really powerful, but you need to make sure they're the kind of photos that actually look appealing to patients, not just clinical documentation, not the kind of low-effort photos most dentists take that turn people off and gross them out. We also need a website that gives people a ton of information. This idea that you just get them to call is really out of date. People have changed the way they make buying decisions. And lastly, going against what many consultants and marketing companies preach about making it easy to book, you actually want to make them jump through a couple of hoops. The ones who are serious will actually appreciate it and will book anyway. If you want to learn more about growing your dental practice and filling your schedule, we actually have a ton of resources at RevUpDental.com. We've got articles, courses, and ebooks that you can download for free. And please consider subscribing to our YouTube channel because we're always putting out new content on what actually works today in dental marketing. See you in the next one.